At 3,000 RPM, each cylinder inside a four-stroke engine produces about 25 power strokes every second. In a four-cylinder engine, that means roughly 100 power pulses every second, all blended together into one smooth rotation. But how does burning a tiny amount of fuel push a vehicle weighing thousands of pounds? To understand that, we need to look inside the engine. The process begins inside a hollow chamber called the cylinder. Moving inside is the piston. The piston connects to the crankshaft through a connecting rod. Above the piston are two valves. The intake valve allows fresh air into the cylinder. The exhaust valve allows burned gases to leave. Between them is the spark plug, which ignites the compressed air and fuel mixture. These components perform four carefully timed movements: intake, compression, power, and exhaust. Together, they form the four-stroke cycle. The cycle begins with the intake stroke. The intake valve opens and the crankshaft pulls the piston downward. As the piston moves down, the pressure inside the cylinder drops. The higher atmospheric pressure outside the engine pushes fresh air through the intake valve. Fuel is then mixed with the air. Depending on the engine, it may be injected into the intake port or directly into the cylinder. By the time the piston reaches the bottom, the cylinder contains the carefully measured ingredients needed for combustion: fuel and oxygen. The intake valve then closes, sealing the mixture inside. Next comes the compression stroke. Both valves remain closed while the crankshaft pushes the piston upward. The trapped mixture is squeezed into the small combustion chamber at the top of the cylinder. Compression places the fuel and oxygen molecules closer together. It also raises the pressure and temperature of the mixture, allowing it to burn more rapidly and efficiently. Near the top of the cylinder, the piston reaches top dead center, the highest point of its movement. The engine is now ready to produce power. At precisely the right moment, the ignition coil sends high voltage to the spark plug. A spark crosses the plug's small gap and ignites the compressed mixture. This is not simply an uncontrolled explosion. It is a rapid, carefully timed combustion process. A flame travels across the combustion chamber, releasing heat and producing expanding, high-pressure gases. Those gases force the piston downward with tremendous pressure. The connecting rod transfers that force to the crankshaft, causing it to rotate. This is the power stroke, and it is the only one of the four strokes that directly produces useful mechanical power. After the fuel is burned, the cylinder contains exhaust gases that must be removed. The exhaust valve opens, and the crankshaft pushes the piston upward. The rising piston forces the gases through the exhaust valve and into the exhaust manifold. When the piston reaches the top, the exhaust valve closes and the intake valve prepares to open again. One complete four-stroke cycle is finished. During that cycle, the piston traveled down, and up, and the crankshaft completed 2 full revolutions, or 720 degrees. Then everything starts again. A piston can only move up and down, but a car needs continuous rotation. The connecting rod solves this problem. Its upper end follows the piston, while its lower end travels around an offset section of the crankshaft called a crank journal. This geometry converts the piston's straight movement into rotational torque. Counterweights on the crankshaft help reduce vibration, while the flywheel stores rotational energy and keeps the engine turning between power strokes. The result is a much smoother output than a single combustion event could produce. The valves must open and close at exactly the right moments. That job belongs to the camshaft. Raised sections called cam lobes press against followers or rocker arms, opening each valve. Valve springs close them again when the lobe rotates away. A timing belt, timing chain, or set of gears connects the camshaft to the crankshaft. Because a complete four-stroke cycle requires 2 crankshaft revolutions, the camshaft turns at half the crankshaft speed. If this timing becomes incorrect, the piston and valves will no longer move in proper synchronization. A single cylinder produces power only once every 2 crankshaft revolutions. That would create a noticeable pulse followed by a long pause. Multi-cylinder engines solve this by staggering the cycles. While one cylinder produces power, another may be drawing in air, another compressing its mixture, and another expelling exhaust. The firing order distributes the power strokes across the crankshaft's rotation. This produces smoother power, reduces vibration, and allows the engine to operate at higher speeds. The four-stroke cycle cannot operate for long without several supporting systems. The lubrication system pumps oil through small passages called oil galleries. This oil forms a protective film between moving metal surfaces, reducing friction, carrying away heat, and limiting wear. The cooling system circulates coolant through passages surrounding the cylinders and combustion chambers. The hot coolant then travels to the radiator, where airflow removes the heat. The exhaust system directs burned gases through the catalytic converter, which reduces harmful pollutants, and then through the muffler before they leave the tailpipe. Meanwhile, sensors continuously send information to the engine control unit. The computer adjusts fuel delivery, ignition timing, and airflow to keep the engine operating efficiently. Gasoline and diesel engines commonly use the same four basic strokes, but they ignite their fuel differently. A gasoline engine compresses an air and fuel mixture and uses a spark plug to begin combustion. A diesel engine draws in air, compresses it much more strongly, and then injects fuel into the hot compressed air. The heat causes the diesel fuel to ignite without a spark plug. Air enters, the piston compresses it, combustion pushes the piston down, exhaust leaves. The connecting rod transforms that movement into crankshaft rotation, and the powertrain delivers it to the wheels. That is how a car engine transforms fuel into motion. Subscribe to How Engineering Works, where machines, engines, and technology are explained visually. Next, how a turbocharger uses wasted exhaust energy to make an engine more powerful.